What? Stop. Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is still Tuesday. It is the 13th of September 2022. Been doing running around today. Today I haven't, obviously as you can see, I have done nothing with the grass yet. We had running around we had to do all day. One of the things I had to go down and I went to Lowe's and I got a couple of sheets of 3/4 inch plywood. So why did I get 3/4 inch plywood? The new shelving unit that I have, that I brought back with me, there's the pieces of all that. That is going to go in here. I didn't bring the boards for the shelving unit because they're the crap. They're just ridiculously thin and they don't last, and if you put any kind of weight on them, they sag. It's just ridiculous. But when you put the shelving unit in and then you cut the boards for size and use 3/4 inch plywood as your shelf, fantastic. So I have one more piece that I got to put in the shipping container. The top shelf needs to be cut, and then I'll have to cut these ones. So I'm going to put this together first, and then I'll measure it out, and then I'll go from there. But so yeah, so that was one of the things that had to get done today. So got that done. Had to go grocery shopping, had to do laundry, you know, all those good fun things that just are very time consuming and it's a pain. And I try to combine everything in one trip. So and Miss Hella ended up staying here, and she was not happy about that. She just went ballistic when I came back home. So hold on one second, guys. Oh, she's over there. Okay. So anyway, you know, that I wanted to get the running done today so that the rest of the week I don't have to run. I do have to go out one more time and get a few more things, but that's all part of, you know, just what I got to do. But it's coming together. It's coming together. And slow and steady. It's always slow and steady. But we'll get there. I may fart around with this tonight a little bit. I don't know yet. Otherwise, I mean, in the morning this morning, it was such a dew on everything that was not going to be part of anything that was going to happen this morning. So that may wait till tomorrow afternoon, and that, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how motivated I am here in a little while. Like I said, just got everything unloaded, and so I'm like, well, I got to get my next video made. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the nursing strike. The nursing strike that's happening right now up in Minnesota. And 15,000 nurses are on strike. I think what you are starting to see, folks, is I think you're starting to see people have had enough. And when management doesn't come to the table in good faith, when they've been in negotiations, or contract ran out in May, and one of the things that they had to do according with the contract that they had to give management 10 days notice that they would be striking. And so that's what they did. And they gave them the 10-day notice, which gives them time to try to figure out what they're going to do. But long-term solution, you're not filling 15,000 jobs with the nursing shortage that we have already. Those facilities, I can almost guarantee you, were working short-staffed as it was. And so, like I said, these folks had been working without a contract since May. And I think you're going to see this more and more and more, where people are saying, I have had enough. I've had enough. And they're going to do something about it. And I think that's more of the mindset of people. I think people are more determined. They're not just going to take it anymore. And I think that's important. I think that that's a good thing. And so with these nurses going on strike, it's definitely going to hurt the people that own those hospitals, right? Those facilities that are going, I think there's like, oh God, what did they say? I don't even remember how many. I don't want to put out a number and be completely wrong, but there was numerous facilities with the staffing of 15,000 nurses. So they're just, like I said, and my hats go off to them, People need to be treated with respect. People need to be treated with dignity. You are not just a warm body in place, and sometimes that's how they act like you are. And that is not a good thing. That doesn't help anything. That doesn't help morale. You want to be appreciated. I think anybody in any job wants to be appreciated, and I think that that is something that should be happening. But unfortunately, that is not always the case, and for actually the majority of the time, it is not the case. And so what other option do they have? They can go on strike, and so good for them. Good for them. And so, like I said, I hope they get the contract that they desire, because, like I said, it's just enough is enough. I'm telling you. You know, I want you to think about this, guys, and this is just a great example. Just a great example. Nurses in this country, all over the country. Oh, the heroes, our nurses are heroes. We're so happy, and they've sacrificed, and they've done all this stuff, and they've worked the front lines, and, you know, taken care of, you know, everything with this pandemic. But then, when it came down to forcing people, and that's exactly what mandation is forcing people to do something that they don't want to do, those nurses and doctors and other medical staff and people in hospitals and nursing homes, support staff, maintenance, you know, office people, kitchen help, laundry folks, all the rest of those folks had to make a choice. And so all these people who had been dealing with this situation for well over a year at that point, now all of a sudden were faced with a choice that they had to do something that they didn't want to do, and if they didn't do it, they fired them. And I think that that is probably a great reflection of how things are done management-wise in this country. You know, you cannot cut off your nose to spite your face, folks. There's always a nursing shortage. So when you get rid of good nurses because they won't do something, or they won't comply, or they feel religiously that it's against what they want to do religiously, I find that amazing. Oh, look at the breeze blowing in here. It actually feels really, really good. It feels real good. Again, these are all issues that we're dealing with on a daily basis, and you know, it's about time that people were treated, again, like I said, with respect and dignity. Nobody, and I don't care who you are or what you do, should be forced to do something that you don't want to do because the government says that you have to. I obviously have a very strong issue with that, regardless of what it is. And I'm not using any, you know, you can kind of allude to what I'm talking about. But it is amazing to me. It is just absolutely amazing to me. And like I said, I just think people are at the end of the rope, and they've had enough, and they're not taking anymore. They're demanding to be treated with respect and dignity. You know, I just read a thing, and it said support for unions is at an all-time high, the highest point since 71% of people were supporting unions. And that's the highest number since 1965, the year I was born. All right? So that kind of gives you an indication of how long it's been that unions have been out of favor. And, you know, and again, I have my pros and cons with unions. I do. You know, but it's interesting concept. But okay, so I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. If you are working for a facility, so like I was working for the county in New York State, okay? The county that I was living in. And there was a union, obviously nursing was union there. You're on a probationary period for 6 months. Now in that 6-month period of time, the union will not protect you in any way, shape, or form. So management can decide at that point in time if they want to get rid of you in that 6-month period of time. And there's nothing that the union will do to help you. But they are taking dues from you from day one. And so I have a problem with that. Once you are under union protection, I believe that's when you should start paying dues. That's just me. Because if they're not going to protect you anyway in that 6-month period, you know, it's crazy. But anyway, I want to hear your thoughts on this, guys. I want to hear what you think. I'm going to jump off of here for right now. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we could figure that one out, we will be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. Keep pushing forward, keep getting things done, and you're going to be okay, guys. All right? I will talk to you all later. I hope you have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out.